Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I'm down in the woodlands of Worcester and I'm going to be meeting up with my friend Dave Erasmus. We're going to have a chat about simple living, the shepherd's huts that he has built down here and just generally having a chat to see what he's up to. So let's go and have a look. So this is Dave. The majority of you will know who he is. But Dave, we're going to be talking about, as I mentioned before, simple living, on/off grid, and hopefully get a tour of kind of what you've been up to here.
Wicked.
So firstly, when I very first came here, it was when you literally got the first shepherd's hut on the actual land here. And for me, I felt like that was like I felt really privileged to be able to share that with you.
Yeah.
And that was a bit of a journey in itself though, no?
Yeah, exactly. It looks so cute and small and innocent, but it is just too tall and just too wide for the normal roads, because it was a shed that he kind of used recycled materials to build up. So that proved like a bit of a mission just to get here in itself. Yeah. And obviously from then, you've been here, how many months have you been here now? I want to say 8 months. November was the first month I did a full 20 nights sleeping here. So
pretty much you moved in literally in the prime time of winter.
Yeah.
Now we're just kind of, we are officially in summer. And you started with the one hut, the original shepherd's hut. It was felt like a little hut in a massive area.
Yeah.
Whereas like for me now, it definitely feels a lot more connected, you know.
So I think what I've noticed is that the whole place comes to life in the spring and summer. You just slowly expand your space. And it is mad how just plonking a few stumps down here or the hanging tent over there enlarges the space. That is now my little private space. Now this is the communal space, and I love sitting around here having a fire with 6 or 8 people and enjoying the night. This was my first attempt at putting a window in.
I watched this video.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautifully shit. And what I mean by that is...
But you can't look bad when you've got all this this kind of timber. What is this? This is the Scots pine?
This is actually larch. This is the larch tree I took down. It's the extra bits off it. But the key is just enjoying trying. Worst case scenario, I murdered the whole door, go down to the wood store and get a new one for £5.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't really matter, you know?
Yeah.
So I always tell people, like, you know how we said it's like plonked in the middle, it's like a throne?
Yeah.
I tell people just like plonk a stick in here and just enjoy, because that is the most...
Yeah.
That is a loo with a view.
That is a loo with a view. How have people kind of, not come round to it, but how did people feel about you kind of going down a route like this?
Yeah, it's a good question. For the first time in my life, I decided I was just going to do something because I wanted to. It wasn't about approval. It wasn't about how can I sell this to my family or friends, or to make it a business or make it successful in any way. I just wanted to experience it intentionally without that game, without outside influence. So that was quite scary. It felt quite isolating, and obviously doubled down with the fact it was full on winter at the time. So those first few visitors that came and said that they liked it, like you and Lexia coming down, it means a lot, you know, because I was prepared to be completely isolated. But now it's so nice. My parents coming down, my dad helping build the hut. He's been really amazing. Probably had 50 to 100 different guests. Yeah, it's nice to reflect on it actually and think actually it's come a long way. But this weather, I must say, the weather doesn't hurt, you know, the ability that we can just sit out here in the evening in t-shirts.
I actually feel like I'm cheating a little bit because the very first day that I came down and visited, even though it was winter, it was a really nice day. Like the sun was actually out, which is rare in November, you know, and then I've come down a few more times and it's just been glorious. So I'm like, yeah, of course Dave's doing this. This is taking up a lot of the video content, right?
Yes, exactly. This is like the core build, you know.
This is kind of what the channel is kind of centric. Not fully, but that what this is like the process of getting this from nothing to a full shepherd's hut, right?
Exactly. And you know, if you really wanted to hammer it out, you could probably do it in a week with a few people.
Sure.
But I've so enjoyed the process of learning about each stage, involving, I've probably had 10, 15 different people put bits and bobs together on this. So anyway, this is all the larch from down the road. These are old scaffolding planks that we use on building sites. And this is all the windows. So if you hold it with me, this is going to go, we're going to build a wooden frame. and it's going to go just in there, like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, nice.
With a little wooden frame around it.
Yeah, that's lovely. And it means that you still get the view of the woods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. As I was putting the membrane and the walls and the roof on, you go from sort of feeling like you're completely immersed in the woods to suddenly feeling like you're indoors.
Yeah. Which
Thinking,
you don't want.
That's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
So now I can see all of this.
Yeah.
And so it's like
it's amazing, man.
It's like a feature
amazing.
wall, but the feature is
the
nature.
Woods. Yeah,
exactly.
I like that. Your background is nothing to do with this, is it?
No.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. So, because obviously this is not something that you've done for years and years and developed skills over the years to be able to do something like this. It's something that is very new to you, and obviously you're, documenting it by weekly videos and bringing people along with you. What was it that drew you to doing this?
Well, as you very well know, Steve, after working together in so many capacities over the years, we've always been internet people. You know, since 19, I started my first company managing people's ads on Google. I've always made my money through engaging with the internet, whether it's you doing advertising or trying to build a donation platform for charities or making YouTube videos. It's always been about the internet. And I kind of got to the point where I felt like I was completely disconnected from the real world, like in a way disconnected from my body and nature. I wanted to learn about the real world. I wanted to learn how that works because I've been running companies since I was 19, sold the first one when I was 21. I've always been able to pay other people to sort of do things for me, whether that's having cleaners in the house or being an on-the-go lifestyle meant that I didn't cook at all, so I knew nothing about food. And got to 30, I'm 31 now I think, and I was like, yeah, I just need to know about some of this stuff. But then you're left with the equation, so am I going to just reject all complicated technology? Am I just going to throw away this amazing resource of the internet, of learning stuff? The experiment for me is, how do we do an on and off grid lifestyle?
Yeah.
So when we're off, we are all the way deep. We are in it and we're present. Like when you came last time, we're just spending hours on the slack line, just messing around, enjoying being childlike again, really. But then when you're on, it's like the Matrix. I'm like plugged in and I'm like learning stuff. I've been learning about the Renaissance and Greek philosophers. Never before the internet would that have been a possibility. And I love that combination. So it's, to be honest, being off the grid half the time has made me appreciate the miracle of the internet more than ever, to be honest with you.
When I walked in, and I hadn't said hello to you yet, this blew my mind.
Yeah.
When I came, I think the deer had been at your veg.
Oh, they've been wronging me off.
They were just literally munching all your veg
They've
out.
wronged me off.
I can't believe these are potatoes.
These boys are
It's so funny. For me, I was like, potatoes are like this,
Yeah, exactly. No,
I can't believe you've grown all of this. Like, I genuinely can't. Isn't that weird, though?
But
I shouldn't be saying that,
But the thing is, this is the thing. We're so used to it being about us, but it's not. I've just learned that you just stick the seeds in the ground, give it a bit of water, and nature does its thing.
I know, man.
This is sweet corn.
Really?
I'm literally going to be rolling in here, like, and being like, what? Bang. I'm just, like, that is eco gangster, man. I'm going to be like, bah.
These are foxgloves?
These just turned up last week.
No way. And you had no idea they were here?
No idea, yeah. It just looked like bushes, and then all of a sudden, within a week, it just went mad. But it's the only place in the whole woods where this is happening. There's one other little one, but this is the main spot. And now it almost like it's now become a feature. And now I walk over here because it's a special thing.
Do you think, like, going back to, when you said, when you see your family, you give them a big hug because you're so happy to see them. Do you think, because I think I'm guilty of this as well, because we're so connected on social media and on the internet, it's like you almost feel like you are seeing those people, but it's a really shallow relationship, isn't it? So I think that, like, that's obviously, like, for me, when you're off and you're off your phone or anything, and then you see them, even if it's a couple of days or a week or whatever, it feels like I actually haven't seen that person because they haven't appeared in my feed or they haven't appeared anywhere here. Do you know what I mean?
But even if I go all the way back to 2011 when we all got in that school bus and went around America for 2-3 weeks.
One of the greatest trips of my life.
Yeah, it was
Some
awesome.
of the greatest memories of my life.
But and you won't forget that moment where we're at the Grand Canyon and you were snapping all your photos, and we had that great conversation about when you're in an awesome place, do you enjoy it and capture it with your eyeballs, or do you capture it digitally to share it? And there's value in both. But this is a conversation we've always had. There's always been a tension with it. And I even did a whole talk, talking about the value of moments and how we capture them or enjoy them for ourselves. But you know, for me, this is just a natural evolution. This is a challenge that is unique to our generation. You know, the generation before us doesn't have this to grapple with.
Sure.
And I feel it is our responsibility to figure out how to live a healthy life.
Yeah.
And so that this technology doesn't ruin us, but actually is the making of us in our generation. If I've been off grid all day, no phone, no internet, my mind gets to a very calm place. And when you then come and visit, I'm just ready to see you.
Sure.
I don't have this come down where it takes me half an hour to sort of finish off those last few text messages, and I'm like, need to go to the loos just so I can like hit a few more send buttons.
Which everyone's guilty of.
Yeah, this is normal life, you know? But I don't want, my life is short and I don't want my whole life to be lived like that.
Yeah.
But I can do half of it like that and half of it in places like this. So.
Dave, thank you for showing us round. But it's not over. But I think that's the light that we've had for today. I think we managed to get a good kind of view of everything that's gone on. I think it's amazing to see where you started and where you're at now. I'm really excited about obviously next things that are coming up, you know, with the potential of moving locations. Obviously I know that's further down the line. And also you are shooting a documentary, right?
That's right, yeah.
And that is going to be like through the seasons that you're saying.
Yeah, we've done 3. We've got just the summer final shoot to go.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to show a whole transitional experience really of the whole, of how the wood transforms itself.
So we're going to actually sort ourselves out some dinner. We're going to put the fire on and then probably snuggle up for the night in our tents in the second shepherd's hut. But yeah, let's go and get some food.
I mean, these vegetables have disappeared. I mean, I think we're there, people.
Okay, day 2. I slept like an absolute baby last night. It was a little bit cold. Woke up a few times, but I feel very well rested and it was really peaceful waking up in the middle of the woods. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been super interesting for me, so I hope it's been just as interesting for you. Thanks to Dave for obviously giving us the time and letting us come down here. And yeah, make sure you check out his links, what he's up to. All of his links are in the description below, so check him out. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this. And I'll see you tomorrow. That's right.